Hey, what's good? I'm doing a 5-color horsemanship deck this for you guys. So, this will probably change a little bit. I posted in the community tab like 6 more horsemanship cards I'll be getting. So if you guys haven't looked at those, that's where they are. Is those will be probably added into this build. So yeah. So I've showed you guys these before. The horsemanship stuff. So, but this is essentially like a pure build. It has a few side things here and there, but it's mainly just horsemanship. So, yeah, there's a lot of foreign cards in here too, or foreign versions. But it's the only cheapest way for me to get them over English copies. So, yeah. So, I mean, essentially these all do like horsemanship, and some of them have a few additional effects that, I mean, I think a few have like they don't untap during during combat, like vigilance basically, and some of them have haste, but that's the only thing that's different on some of them. This one I think it can't block, but again, it's like most of them just have horsemanship. So, and then I have it's here. No, I think it's this one. Yeah, but I can't remember if this one has it too or not. Has that same clause where I can't block, but one or the other, yeah. But I have a funny story to tell about what happened Friday night at the LGS I go to. So I was playing this deck Friday night, and I had a card that reduces the cost of the creatures in my hand, and I brought out Morphon for 5, and then I played another card in the deck that I will show you guys later on that returns all creatures to the hand except for the chosen type, which with this being changeling, it can be any type. So my commander didn't bounce to the hand because it's mainly a human, and so I bounced everything. I swung for 6 at someone, and then on my next turn I gave it horsemanship and +2/+2, which permanently stays on the field or on the creature until the creature leaves. That's the Oracle text for this card, is that once you play it onto a creature, it permanently gets the buff and the horsemanship until the creature leaves the field. So I essentially killed someone with commander damage. Because it was 6 and then 8 and then 8, which is 24. So so yeah, that was pretty fun. And then the last horsemanship card in here. So, but now onto the rest of the deck, which you guys are waiting to see. So I did buff out the lands quite a bit. So there's still a few basics here and there, but it's mainly chalk lands. So trying to do this so that way you guys see the effect on the card. I did pick up a Smothering Tide too, which has been amazing. I haven't gotten to use it, but it's a really good card. So lands, Mana Confluence. I got that last year from the con, so this has actually been pretty nice too as an additional pickup. the Ikoria land. That's what the first one was I showed you guys too. That's what this is the Ikoria land. But just in Japanese, I think. It's the only way that the only other printing that Ikoria had was Japanese print. So, Laura Croft. It's mainly a human, so that's the reason why it's in here, and its effect actually isn't bad either. It's pretty good, so. More lands. And yeah, I had to throw this in here, plus one of the other infect cards. It's just kind of another win condition for the deck. You have unblockable dudes, and so throwing infect in the deck just makes sense. So, at least in my opinion. So, some people may hate it, but it makes sense though. So, and yeah, this was a card that I had with a creature underneath it to reduce the cost of the creatures in my hand by 2. So that's how I was able to cast more fun for 5. So, pretty good. Aether Realm. Equipment gives a creature +2/+0 and indestructible. And it gives it has an additional effect too. So, but I'll let you guys read that. So, choose human and draw X amount of cards. So, more draw. I'll let you guys actually read that. Because damage is automatically going to be going through. Unless if there was a removal card, which then it would be stopped. But, yeah. More soaring of creatures. Cathar's Crusade. I mean, obviously is really, really good. Trials of the Hordes. More land. Leyline. The reason why this is in here is that I don't really make any tokens. So, it's like, well, and I have other stuff that benefits Legendary, so like, well, why not make everything Legendary and try to benefit everything, and just, this also screws other people over too, that has like tokens and stuff like that, so why not? Door Destiny is just another tribal card. This has also been pretty handy too. Reflecting Pool. Shared Animosity, also very, very good. More draw whenever I cast a creature of the chosen type. This is the card that I played that returned all creatures of the not chosen type. So I chose human, bounce everything but humans. So, and yeah, this and one other one that I have in here are the two that I was talking about with Legendaries. Permanent Lantern. And then I do plan on adding a new Leyline in here. That's the other thing. It's coming out of the new Murders of Markov set. Or I can never pronounce the last 2 words properly, but yeah, it's the new Ravnica set basically. So Temple, Overgrown Tomb. I had just picked this up Friday night too, so worked pretty well. More lands, and yeah, more lands. So that's the first half. Now for the second half. So, Rising of the Day, more Legendary buffs and stuff like that. More lands. Fire, I mean, it's just generically just a good card. So, with hexproof and stuff like that, just a good card overall. So, Cavern Souls, Meshwood, I forget why I had this in here. I I mean, I know it makes tokens, but I just to make the... I forget why I had that in here. I'll set that aside now. See if I can remember why I had that in here. So, I actually pulled this from the pack that I had won from someone on Friday night. So, very, very good card. Hallowed Fountain. Kindred Discovery. Soul Ring. Creature or a card that gives everything vigilance, and then you can tap your dudes to make more dudes. So pretty good there. Water Graves. If you guys had seen my box opening of the Collector Booster box, I pulled this from, or I pulled like 9 chocolates from that box. So yeah. Another thing involving legendaries. Sacred Foundry, Breeding Pool, Shadow Effects. So a lot of the... I'll set that right there for a moment. But a lot of the horsemanship cards are low power. I mean, that one's like 4. But like 3, that's a 4. But 3, and that's an there 4. But you guys are kind of getting my point here with that. Is it brings out a creature with power less than what it has. So if it's a 4, then I can bring out pretty much 75% of those other horsemanship cards. So just another reason to bring it out. And I think that's also why I had mess with Nixus in here, is that I can turn my horsemanship cards into horses, and then if I have shadow effects on the field, then they basically have haste. So I think that's the reason why I had that in here. So levitation, they don't really need flying, but in those matchups it's pretty good to have a flying horsemanship card. So Cyclonic Rift, that's anime art. Steam Vents. This card's just bunkers. +1/+1, and you get to tap for 2 times the amount of mana. So for, let's say this, if you tap for blue, you make 2 blue, or if you tap for red, you make 2 red. So that's pretty much how that works. Mortal Sun, this card's also pretty good too. Lets you draw 2 cards. Spells you cast cost 1 less gas, and then creatures you control get +1/+1. So, Heroic Intervention, also very, very good. Having a unblockable creature have a now layer 1's pretty funny, not gonna lie. I have not done that before, but that's pretty funny though. And then creatures you control have reach, which is also pretty good. So, and then Mauve Pony, this is for basically its attack. So whenever it attacks, attacking creatures get +1/+1 until end turn. So just more buffs. So Swamp, Godless Shrine. This may not be in here very too much, but it's not a bad card with having unblockable dudes get free attacks in. So Rolling Earthquake, also the reason why there's not really all too many non-horsemanship cards. So my opponent's stuff gets nuked and mine doesn't. So yeah, I'm gonna take the damage, but that's fine. So Also a pretty good card from the it's a Lord of the Rings poster, like the art thing. I forget what exactly it's called, but yeah, this is basically from that the Gandalf box, basically. It turns all my stuff into artifacts, which can be a good and bad thing. There's a deck that I face at locals sometimes where it's Alice Norn, and it's the one where on the backside it's like the saga that destroys all non-artifact stuff. So that's kind of the reason why I have that in here. So if I draw it, great. And if I don't, then hopefully I'll have another way to protect my things. So Demonic Tutor, Stomping Grounds. I also picked this up Friday night. So, and then Neverland. So that's essentially the deck. As you guys can see, it's pretty out there for being annoying and stuff like that, which is kind of the goal of the deck, is to be annoying with unblockable dudes. It's also pretty expensive from what you guys can see from the shop. Between all the horsemanship stuff, which a lot of it is in foreign, but it's still not cheap. And the shocklands and stuff, it's not a very cheap deck, to say at least, for for a regular person to play. But it is one that is extremely fun. I have other horse variants on the channel that are much cheaper. So I would definitely recommend one of those if you're a newer player. You could probably, I mean, heck, you could probably pick up all the horse stuff for like maybe $30 roughly. And then all they would just need is like travel cards and stuff like that, which the most expensive one that I remember is roaming throne, and like maybe Helmet of the Host and some other stuff. But even then, I mean, you could probably build like a 5-color horse build for like $100 roughly. So, but yeah, so that's basically it for the deck list. Like I said, some stuff will probably change just a tad, but it won't be any huge changes. So, but anyways, so thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Alright, there you goes.